Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Agentic bull market that will happen very soon. Everything is lining up perfectly for it as of right now because you guys seeing it every month or so, maybe every week to every month, something has been happening in that AI space that has pushed some AI altcoins further, right? We've seen BankerBot go crazy because of OpenClaw, right? Now with OpenClaw again, we've seen Venice go crazy because of the integration of Venice into OpenClaw as well. And then recently we did see NVIDIA CEO Jansen and then Chamath talk about BitTensor. So you can see this whole AI space is just blowing up. It's becoming so big that it's hard to contain it. And what's going to come from this is going to be the Agentic bull market that we're going to be waiting for in the next cycle. So before we get into talking about all of that, because I know I got you guys hyped, right? I want to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 30K subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Comment what you guys think down below. And while you guys are down here, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can ask your questions on how does that Patreon group works. As you guys know, we have been adding more utility to the Patreon side, which is with the Altcoin Chasers HQ. We're actually going to make a full in-depth video on this just to give you guys a heads up, figure it all out, show you guys all the things that's happening with the HQ as of right now, so you guys understand what I'm building for this bull market, for this bear and this bull market, right? That's going to be coming up very soon here. And while you guys are there, you guys can also pick up my Essential to Mastering Tokenomics ebook. This will help you guys pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. And once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, circulating supply, narrative, vesting, all of that is very important to picking out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. And after you do your DD, you guys can sign up for the Patreon group, and let's get right into the video, guys. So as I told you guys, so much stuff has been happening in the AI space that it is so hard to contain the AI narrative right now. It is. I told you guys when I made the post on the biggest narratives of 2026, I told you guys AI agents, robotics, all of that was going to probably be the biggest narrative in 2026. It's not easy. It's not hard to see, but if you guys were paying attention, you guys would have been able to see all of these things happening in real time, right? So NVIDIA GTC happened not too long ago, and essentially NVIDIA is no longer just selling chips. They're building the infrastructure layer for the entire AI economy, because they also, if you guys forgot or did not see, they introduced NemoClaw, which is enterprise grade reference stack for OpenClaw. They're essentially having their own AI agents for businesses. That is going to kill a lot of jobs, but maybe not right now, but it is slowly building up to all of that as of right now. You got articles like this from B and Crypto, why Wall Street is watching the agentic finance in crypto, right? Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan, who's a spokesperson right now, I listen to a lot of his podcasts, right? That he's in, I forget, is it Blockworks? I forget what podcast he's usually on, but he calls agentic finance a big emerging catalyst for the next bull market. Right? AI agents already account for 60% to 80% of global crypto trading volume per analyst. Now, I didn't know this was a thing here. I gotta see where this is coming from and see if Asai sees the same thing, right? Binance founder and former CEO, you guys already know who that is, recently said AI agents will make 1 million times as many payments as humans, and they will use crypto. So how many times out am I talking about all of this right now when it comes down to AI agents and the agentic economy, all of that? You guys are starting to see it all play out in your face as of right now. When you got big companies like Visa start to talk about it, Visa's chief product and strategy officer says the agentic web is the biggest opportunity that I've seen in my 20+ years in payment technology. And if you guys did not watch my Web 4.0, the agentic web video here, essentially you guys should have watched it, because I told you guys how big the chase is for the agentic web, right? The agentic blockchain, right? This, if you guys don't know, we're looking at Base, we're looking at Solana, we're looking at Sui, even Kite, just to figure out which blockchain is going to capture the agentic web, and that's going to be a huge blockchain. And also to that point, we're starting to see companies like Amazon talk about X402, agentic commerce, all of this. And then recently MPP also came out. We're going to talk about that later in the video. So basically what Amazon talked about in their blog on X402, we're just going to look at the TLDR here from 0xSammy. X402 revives HTTP's 402 payment status code as programmable payment rail for autonomous AI agents developed by Coinbase. The flow: agents request a resource and gets 402 response with a payment specific pay via USDC, micropayment on chain resubmits with receipt, right? Sub 2-second settlement at roughly 0.001 per second. No subscriptions, no API keys, no vendor contracts. Agents pay per use on demand. Every transaction is recorded on chain, given a full audit trail by design. So why is this notable? This is AWS legitimizing X402 as an enterprise. AWS is also effectively telling institutions this is how your agents will pay for things. The fact that this blog sits under their financial service industry vertical cites McKinsey 3 to 5 trillion projection and frames X402 alongside compliance and audit requirements signals that AWS sees this as a production grade payment primitive as opposed to a niche protocol. So you can see what's been happening right now from that blog itself, legitimizing X402. Now we know how big X402 is, right? Now there's a new payment standard, right? A new payment standard basically coming from the partnership of Stripe and Paradigm through Tempo, which is a blockchain payment infrastructure, right? They're also looking to highlight or emphasize on agentic payments, right? They now introduce their machine payment protocol, MPP, right? This is alongside with Stripe and with their extensions by Visa for card and LightSpark for Bitcoin, right? So MPP is now a new standard that is also coming out for the agentic payment infrastructure. We got X402, we got Google's UCP, and now we got MPP. This is going to be crazy. This is huge. A lot of things is just being laid down as of right now. Then what's also interesting is that Sam Altman, their WorldCoin, they launched their agent kit, right? Agents can now verify humans plus transact directly via Coinbase X402. At the same time, BitMine just increased its OpenAI exposure. We can't even invest into OpenAI, which is sad. But this the Convergence AI becoming autonomous, stablecoins becoming money, Ethereum becoming the rail. So essentially, since Sam Altman now launched their agent kit that includes X402, this lets you know people are preparing for the agentic economy. People are preparing for what's to come with agents, right? And this is going to lead to agentic bull run. Now, I did ask essentially aside, what will it take for the agentic bull market to happen and what is missing from AI agents? Now it tells us already what's working, which is the payment rails. You got X402, which is live, the agent launch pads that include virtual protocol, identity infrastructure, which includes ERC-8004, which I told you guys about, right? Compute networks, which includes Render, Akash, BitTensor, all operational and generating real. Now the foundational layer is 70% built. That's further than I expected 18 months ago. Damn, you gotta tell me everything you expected. Aside, come on. What's missing right now? We need revenue generating agents, not just speculative ones, right? Right now, most agent tokens are pure speculation. This is something that you guys gotta understand. A lot of these agents that are coming from these launch pads, I know, I trade them, right? I'm telling you guys, they are all speculative. Don't give all of them or some of them like the golden ticket that you think that you're going to find, the one that goes from 1 million market cap to like 100 million market cap. It's highly unlikely, but we are here to trade them, right? So we need agents that are actually generating measurable income, trading P&L and service rendered, data sold, right? The Venice AI model is promising. Revenue plus buybacks plus burns. That's a business, not a narrative. This is why I put out this tweet. Essentially, if you're in crypto and you want crypto to succeed, you should be rooting for Venice. Right now, Venice is looking like it's going to be one of those good good AI plays coming from the base ecosystem. Right now, we did see a massive pump though. We can't even lie about that. We did see a massive pump from like 77 million market cap all the way up to about over 300 million market cap, right? This came off the back of OpenClaw. If you guys didn't know, essentially when you spin up OpenClaw, you guys can use Venice as a decentralized model for it, right? But with this model, essentially gives you access to all the models at a cheaper price, because if you just go to those models, they're more expensive by using them by themselves. But you can use Venice, stake some Venice tokens, get access to these compute power, right? So this is like the thesis for Venice as of right now. Well, I'm pretty much bullish on Venice, but I can't lie, I did miss the pump. Even from here, December, 47 million market cap is crazy. Now we're looking at this over 250 million market cap, which is huge. I respect it, right? I love that Venice is working right now, and I'm rooting for Venice. I want Venice to win. This is going to be huge for tying in crypto and AI. And once we get that big tie-in, not only will Venice explode in price, but that would legitimize the crypto and AI convergence thesis that I've been telling you guys about. Next, you got consumer facing UX, right? Nobody wants to manage an AI wallet. The average consumer, the average crypto user can barely handle seed phrases, right? Agents need to work invisibly, execute tasks, pay for compute, compound yield without the user having to understand what's happening underneath. Banker and smaller infrastructure are solving this, but it's early. This is why I told you guys AI agents are becoming the new apps, right? The new apps, and that is going to be happening through Banker. This is why I'm bullish on Banker as of right now. Banker is one of the leading infrastructures for this. It is sitting at a $36 million market cap, right? Very good tokenomics, all-time high. We did see this 2 months ago when it also took off. A lot of people in that whole agents, the next narrative, what was it, like season 3? I don't know what season we was in for AI agents. When that narrative took off again, Banker started to run crazy, and it finally hit its all-time highs. But like Mon Chain put out on this tweet here, I actually love this tweet. Banker is now sitting at only $35 million market cap, which is ridiculously cheap. Platform has already generated $18.8 million, approximately 20 million, right, to 2.5 billion in value. 1.1 million tokens launched, right? Zora all-time high was 0.15 cents with only 14 million in fees generated. Virtual's all-time high was 2.5. Actually, okay, so it's saying 2.5 because I already know the all-time high price was $5, but he's saying Virtual's all-time high was $2.5 with 70 million in generated fees. Banker is delivering the strongest revenue per market cap right now, with long-term focused devs who are actually building and reinvesting, right? This is why I'm pretty bullish on Banker as of right now, and I believe the thesis of AI agents becoming the new apps plays perfectly for Banker and Banker's opportunity going forward in the agentic bull market. Now, other things that Asai highlights here is agent-to-agent commerce at scale, verifiable trust, infrastructure, right? Regulatory clarity on autonomous agents. This is actually very huge. If an agent makes a bad trade, who is liable? That is a good question, right? Can an agent enter a binding contract? The Genius Act stablecoin framework is a good start, but agent specific regulation is basically non-existent. That is uncertainty caps institutional capital, right? That is actually a very good question. So what will trigger the bull market here, right? Market regime shift. We need to get back into that bull market immediately, right? One killer app reaching escape velocity, institutional adoption, agent native revenue models, right? So the size take here is pretty much the infrastructure is being built correctly. The thesis is sound, but the agentic bull market is a 2027, which could be our next bull market, right, to 2028 narrative in a 2026 crypto winter. The tokens are priced perfect for perfection, and we're getting none of it right now because the macro environment is hostile to speculative assets. Watch Kite's mainnet, watch Virtual's robotics expansion, X402 adoption metrics, and whether any agent protocol starts publishing real revenue numbers. When one of those breaks through and the market shifts risk on, that's your entry. Until then, accumulate. The big names, essentially Tau, Render, and Virtual. So it seems to love Tau, Render, and Virtuals. But this is right now the Agentic. This is the start for the Agentic bull market. Right now, everything, the brick is being laid as of right now, and we're getting prepared for once the market turns bullish. I believe the Agentic bull market will start, and we're going to be looking at a lot of agents, a lot of AI plays start to take off pretty fast. I believe this is probably going to be, if you really want to make the money, the crazy money that you're looking for is going to be in that AI space, whether it's AI agents, robotics, or AI entirely as a whole. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We're on that road to 30k subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down there, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.